Check, 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 check. Alright, looks like we're good. Internet looks to be alright. So, what's going on, everybody? C4 here today. Kind of impromptu live stream. Like I said, we're trying to work through these ones especially. We're in the 2013 draft today, which I titled the best tight end draft class ever. Question mark, exclamation point, clickbait. Because is it? It might be. It might very well be. The tight end class is so strong, I ended up having to move a tight end here to the wide receiver spot. So, I mean, that's what we had to do. But yeah, we still got the 2014, 15, and 16, so that's 3 more live streams. I hope to crack at least one more out this week. And then once those ones are caught up, we're going to be rotating between Madden greats and college legendary rosters for the live stream schedule. But yeah, what up, guys? Chris Long, yeah, that's a big. Someone asked me I was gonna make a video about the Chris Long and can't remember the name of the corner we signed. He was on the Colts. Patrick Robinson, I think. We'll do that right at the top of the video because that's what some people were like. Man, make a video on it. I'm not really making a video about Long Cox, but I think Chris Long, solid depth signing. I don't really like what it says about how they feel about Vinny Curry because I think you should. No contract details are out yet, so I obviously just looking at it as a face value, as a roster spot, Chris Long certainly can add. He's a guy that could still get, as a rotational guy, 4 to 6 sacks a year, so that's not too bad. And then Robinson, Pro Football Focus, for as much as you want to use it, I made a tweet about this, for their grades and stuff like that. He graded pretty much identical to Nolan Carroll, and we paid him 1 year, $1 million, and Nolan Carroll got like a 3-year, $12 million deal from the Dallas Cowboys. So yeah, we got that going for us. But anyway, back to the main video. Those are depth moves. That's all it was. The 2013 draft class. We just decided to use the Bengals randomly. I closed my eyes and picked it. Take a quick look here at the depth chart and see what we can do. So at the quarterback spot, this is going to be a rough one in terms of the quarterback. I have no idea. We're either going to live. The rest of the team is very solid. The quarterback spot sucks. The top quarterback was considered by many, with the Buffalo Bills selecting E.J. Manuel. Out of Florida State. I mean, for me personally, during this draft, I thought E.J. Manuel would be a solid, prospect to build upon in the 3rd round, 2nd round. I was like, man, I'd be all over E.J. Manuel in the 3rd round if I'm the Philadelphia Eagles. And then he went up in the 1st round. It was crazy, man. So E.J. Manuel is the quarterback that we will be rolling with here today. The running backs are pretty sick. Obviously, you got Le'Veon Bell. Le'Veon Bell is maybe one of the weirdest playmakers I've ever seen, which is when he was in college, he was a power back. He was like 235, 240 pounds, built like, not even like Leonard Fournette. He was a little bit chubby. There's nothing wrong with that. But then, magically transitioned to himself into an elite, unique, I'm not going to say, maybe even once in a lifetime, the way that his running style, where he's so patient in and out. That might revolutionize the game. I mean, that's what I think. I think the league is going to be wanting running backs like Le'Veon Bell now, more so than the power backs. I know Foreman ran a great 40 time for Texas at the pro day, but he's not a natural receiver. And I think a lot of teams right now are going to be looking for those types. I think it's not too far-fetched to believe that Le'Veon Bell really revolutionized the running back spot. And, that's why we have him as a starter. We have Eddie Lacy and Gio Bernard here, as well as the supporting cast, big old offensive lineman in case we need an extra one. Fullback, Kyle Juszczyk, probably regarded as the top fullback in the NFL. For wide receivers, we got DeAndre Hopkins, who was drafted from the University of Clemson, which is kind of emerging as wide receiver university as of late. He's a beast, man, a great big-time playmaker, even though he has shit for all quarterback play. Unless Tony Romo decides to go to Houston, which he very well may be, and I think he will end up going there, but, very good prospect that has been for the Texans. We got Keenan Allen, who, when he is on the field, he is very, very good. He was one of those guys, he was one of the top wide receiver prospects while he was at California, and then when, I don't know necessarily if it was lack of production in his final year, he just really slipped. I mean, it's forever. He was one of those guys, you look at a lot of the preseason mock drafts, he was first-round talent, ended up going, I can't remember what round, it was the 2nd or 3rd round, to the San Diego Chargers, now the LA Chargers. But I mean, Keenan Allen went healthy. Unfortunately, he's had some horrific injury luck. Well, he's on the field. He's a beast. And then we decided just to make Jordan Reed. There was no real key, great 3rd wide receiver. Jordan Reed is pretty much a glorified wide receiver, the tight end spot from the University of Florida. Phenomenal university. So we'll use him as a wide receiver. But where I titled this is greatest tight end class. You had Jordan Reed, and then you got Travis Kelce and Tyler Eifert. I think that Bailey from this year's draft class, you have 3 of the top 5 tight ends in the NFL today. Not throwing shade at my boy Zach Ertz, who I'd probably have at 6. You got Gronk, you got Greg Olsen, Travis Kelce, Tyler Eifert, Jordan Reed, in my opinion. And we got two. Yeah, hopefully we can get some two tight end sets. I don't necessarily know or really that familiar with the Bengals playbook, but hopefully we can do some of that. If not, we may switch it to a Patriots one. Offensive line is very solid here as well. Like I said, really everyone outside of EJ Manuel should be all right. That's all we need to do. So what we're gonna do is, guys, actually, okay, I'm just looking at this real quick. I do read the chat just when I'm doing my spiel here. We gotta get through it. We gotta get through it. It's like pulling teeth. I know. Offensive line, like I said, compose your thoughts. EJ Manuel is really the only weak link in this entire team, so we should be able to win some games as long as he doesn't cost us too many. But the offensive line, we have David Bakhtiari, another line of the Green Bay Packers who really, really excel at drafting offensive linemen in the mid-rounds in the draft at 92. Left guard, we got Justin Pugh of the New York Giants. I heard rumors that he may be looking at a position change. I don't know what. I saw it on a ticker. I was assuming at 6'4", maybe looking at moving to right tackle. But they definitely need some tackle because Eric Flowers is one of the worst players in the NFL. At center, we got Travis Frederick of the Dallas Cowboys, regarded as one of the top centers in the NFL. At right guard, we got Kyle Long, who I personally think they kind of whore his rating here a little bit. I think he has a better rating than an 80, which was the last update for Madden. I don't know, maybe I just overthink things with Kyle Long. But, he's still very, very consistent and very good for the Chicago Bears. And then at right tackle, the best right tackle in the NFL, as long as he stops taking his Mexican supplements. And then he'll be on, as long as he's on the field. The best availability is, your best ability is availability. So come on, Lane, no more Mexican supplements, bruh. Defensive side, we have Barkevius Mingo, who's a bust. He's still, bouncing around roster to roster. I think he recently just got picked up from the Colts after the Patriots traded for him from the Cleveland Browns. But his overall looks pretty sexy there for a defensive end. And his partner will be Ziggy Ansah from the Detroit Lions. Another guy with a fairly low rating. I guess, I think they may have over-exaggerated things here in the A, which they usually do with the ratings. His Ansah's probably should be like an 86, 87 at the low end. Interior, we have K'Wan Short and Sheldon Richardson as our defensive tackles. Richardson has some off-the-field issues, but when he's on the field, he's very productive. Didn't he win Defensive Rookie of the Year? I think he might have. I don't know. I can't remember off the top of my head. I probably should have had my notes here. K'Wan Short just got tagged from the Carolina Panthers, so he's making a hefty amount next season. The linebacking core is not bad. Not amazing, not bad. You got Jamie Collins Sr., who recently just got paid by the Cleveland Browns. Middle linebacker, we're going with Alec Ogletree, who's, again, another guy. I think he's solid. I think 77 may be a little bit harsh in terms of his overall rating. But, he's cool. And then what we got here at right outside linebacker, moving on, Kiko Alonso. Who actually might have been him that won Defensive Rookie of the Year. It was either Alonso or Sheldon Richardson. I can't remember off the top of my head. Both of those guys had phenomenal rookie seasons as defenders. Kiko Alonso drafted by the Buffalo Bills out of the University of Oregon. The secondary is very good. We got Desmond Trufant of the Atlanta Falcons. We got Darius Slay of the Detroit Lions. A.J. Boye, who really just blown onto the scene of the Houston Texans. Now, big money free agency signing for the Jacksonville Jaguars, and Xavier Rhodes. We will be using Xavier Rhodes at a different position. But those for our three corners, that is, it's comparable to what we have seen in past episodes. Free safety, we're going Honey Badger himself, Tunny, Hiron Matthew at the free safety spot. He's a beast, man. I've been a big fan of him. Even though I went to LSU and I'm a Gator fan, I really respected the way he's a phenomenal playmaker, very exciting on the defense side of the ball. And at strong safety, we do have Eric Reed, but he has a fairly shit rating. So we decided to go with Xavier Rhodes. He is kind of built like a safety. It's 6'1", 220 pounds. So it should not be a terrible transition for him. Obviously, the tackling may be lacking here a little bit. Let's see what his tackling's at. 58 tackling. That's not that great. At least Eric Reed, 92 hit power. We may have to switch that. We'll see. We'll rock and roll with that for now. But here we go. So the stream is popping. What we'll do, I feel like, we're not going to make this a super short one. So we will sim to week 8 and the midseason point, however you want to decide it. And then we'll play the divisional matchups. And hopefully we can make a playoff run. But this season really does hinge on EJ Manuel's ability not to fuck up. And I don't know how well he'll do it. Where's the GOAT Matt Elam? Oh, that is very disappointing that the GOAT Matt Elam. That's one of the times I can say that, when I do my draft rankings, I try to come off obvious bias in certain videos to Gator fans. Like, realistically, Tease Tabor, I knew he wasn't really going to test well. I didn't think he was going to test as terrible as he was. He ran like a 4.7 something today. It was ridiculous. But, Tease in my heart is my number one corner, but in my mind, I really had Tease probably as the third corner before all the combine and stuff happened. But I'd like to support my Gators through and through. And Matt Elam was one I got wrong, man. I thought Matt Elam was the second coming of like a Brian Dawkins. He was an animal for the Florida Gators, an absolute animal. Everything that you want in a hard-hitting, play the box safety, and then he sucked for the Ravens, man. That's disappointing. You know, the Philadelphia Eagles right now taking flowers on former first-round picks. I'd be cool with bringing in Matt Elam. Maybe he just needs a new look offense. Give him, ties with Joe Douglas, who was there in Baltimore when they drafted him. Bring him in and let old Jim Shorts work him. C4, quick question. Who do you guys say? Who do you got winning the NCAA championship? I have no idea. I stopped watching after my bracket got absolutely shattered when Duke lost. I hope South Carolina, to be completely honest. They seem like the dark horses. South Carolina or Oregon. They're the two new guys that are there. Have you ever seen an EDP video? Somehow I'm going to have a collab with that guy. I just want to talk to him man to man and just see what the fuck is going on with him. What is wrong with him? Can you live stream Draft Champions? What is Draft Champions? I know what that mode, like, do people just like watching that to see people build their teams? Like, I've seen a couple shit like that. Is that what people watch? They just watch 10-minute videos of me just trying to make a roster? Like, is that what people want to do? I can fucking do that every day of the week. I can stream that 6 times from Sunday. That's what it looks like to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm just misinterpreting things. We're 5-3 with EJ Manuel at the helm, by the way, people. What do we got here? What day is today? Today is... It's only Tuesday. Holy shit, we're well ahead. Friday. On Friday, we got the Chip Kelly, the first episode of the Chip Kelly rebuilds. And I'm going to tell you a couple things about this. I really hope you guys enjoy it, because literally I talked, it was a live comm over this. It was about 50 minutes, so it is a little bit lengthy, but that's pretty much as is for rebuilds as we get ready 7-3 against the Baltimore Ravens. It's pretty much the same length as any of my other rebuilds. But literally, if you know anything about Chip Kelly or have followed, anyone from a fan of the Ravens, the Eagles, not the Ravens, the 49ers, the Eagles, any team the Eagles have ever played, anyone that ever criticized the Eagles, I think you'll enjoy it, because I was inside the mind of Chip Kelly. I had to understand the madness because I was making videos based off of the moves he made. So now when it was time to do a rebuild of the really strong rosters that we kind of had to make a little bit weaker to give a challenge, the Chip Kelly thing instantly worked. But literally for 50 minutes, I was going on, I don't know. I thought it was really clever. I hope you guys do enjoy it, because it didn't take a whole lot of time to do, but I think it actually, in terms of content, it may be actually like the best video that I've ever done. I will say I had a couple beers. That's the only way you can be able to do it, because I need to get in like a ranty kind of move, because I gotta kind of hate what Chip Kelly does. There's still really bad, really bad. It's like a bad stepfather, when you get beat that much and then certain things trigger you when you go out in the day. I still have that. I still have PTSD from Chip Kelly's time here in Philadelphia. So I personally I thought it was a great video. I hope you guys do too. I don't know. That's all I can say. It's coming out Friday. I had a couple beers. We'll see what happens. How much do you rage when you play online? A lot. That's why I don't play online games. I'm an adult. I have a family. And I can't handle my shit when I get like... Oh, we're going for field goal block? That's not what I do, man. You give me the ball on offense, baby. We don't play defense here. There we go, red zone. Yeah, I have a very bad temper. And because I'm a little bit different than the skinny, pencil neck, voice-cracking geeks you guys see on YouTube, when I get angry, fucking controllers get broken. I just cannot fund. I didn't even play online this year. But when I was doing Madden Ultimate Team really early on in the game, where I just tried to do the no money MUT pack projects, you had to grind the solos. And when I was getting into like the all Madden solo difficulties that were just, they're so frustrating, some of them. Stop Drew Brees with 10 seconds left and get 2 touchdowns. I broke 2 controllers just trying to do that. So I was like, just to save myself future embarrassment, I try not to play online games. Oh, good throw to Keenan Allen. But I will say, on the secondary channel, the Beast Coast, soon to be coming up is Overwatch, which if you don't know what Overwatch is, it's kind of like a cartoony Call of Duty. My brother, who is a partner, he pretty much that's his channel that I feature on. He captured live commed a lot of our online matches while we're trying to play Overwatch, and I have a couple embarrassing things. If you like rages and stuff like that, you'll probably will enjoy it. But yeah, I was not in a good mood while we were playing those games. Like, it's one of those things, I really should hire a guy that can beat me. Like, when you drop, like, an F-bomb or something like that, they can go beep. So it's kind of like the Trailer Park Boys up here in Canada when it's on during daytime, and you just hear constant bleeps. I think it may be funnier. The bleep usually makes it funnier than what it is. Boom, EJ Manuel swinging it out here. I Gronk spike my goddamn controllers. It's just, I wish I could play that. Like, really, I'm not that good at Madden. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I am a slightly above average Madden player. On my heyday, I could probably go to, like, those Madden tournaments. But then, like I said, I watched the Madden Bowl, and everyone just does the same. It's like one of those things you got to know. Everyone knows the gimmicky shit that works. I saw so many. Every team had fullback dives with Jimmy Graham. Just shit like that, like the little, not necessarily glitches, but the strategies and all that stuff. I can't handle that shit. If you just want to play me straight up, no onside kicks every fucking thing. Go for, extra points, not kick, or not go for 2 points every single time. I'll fucking play you. But it's when you play like the 12-year-olds. It seems like the whole Madden competitive scene plays like the greasy 12-year-old that you fucking hate playing in Madden anyways. But yeah, man. That's the reason why I don't play online. I'd be open to it, like, oh, for fuck's sakes. Like, I play FIFA online. That's pretty much the only game that's a sports game that I play online because I'm really good at, well, I'm not really good at FIFA, but I can hold my own with a lot of people in FIFA. But outside of that, I don't play Madden. I don't fuck with Madden online. Plus, I find Madden online is really glitchy. The lag, it's really bad. Every online game lags, to be completely honest with you. But, I find with Madden, the timing of the routes and stuff, it's just cheese, and I don't want to fuck with. EJ Manuel throwing the run to Travis Kelce, and oh, come on, you got truck over Weddle there, bruh. Sit close to your mic. Let's see if I can turn my mic. Like I said, I got to upgrade my fucking mic here. All right, here we go. You want to watch Trailer Park Boys Season 11 Friday? Yes, I am. I'm going to have the volume down a little bit. I'm going to watch it with my little boy. And, that's going to be his first taste of East Coast Canada culture. I'm very excited for that. Oh, why did I throw that? I was looking at the chat when I hit that ball. Do you think the Oakland Raiders lost their chance at Beast Mode? No, because they're going to be in Oakland for the next 2 years. Beast Mode is, at best, a 1-year Band-Aid at the running back spot. I really hope that happens, to be completely honest with you. Guys, don't drink and play video games. I'm telling you right now. When I get away from the family, I can actually just kind of chill and stream with you guys. But, oh, it's rough. But I do think video quality is not the greatest. I know it's looking kind of shitty on mine, but I don't know why. It's the same video quality that I usually get. My internet sucks. So this is as I just get to halftime because I was reading the chat trying to check my video quality. God damn it. But usually the video quality, it peaks, it comes and goes. Like I said, work in progress for me to upgrade my entire setup here. It will hopefully, I'm going to go talk to the tax man. 720 and 60 for me. That's what it should be. That's what I'm streaming at right now. 2.5 megabytes at 720 and 60. That's pretty much the max that my internet can handle. I may be able to go a little bit higher, but everyone knows. Darrow's Arrows upstairs watching 4K porn. There's only so much internet that can go around. I gotta be flexible for right now. Let's go deep, baby. Hit him deep, baby. Ooh, juicy. All right, what do we got here? There's a couple questions I see popping. Okay, so we're talking about Marshawn Lynch going to the Raiders. Obviously, they're moving, but he wants to just play for Oakland. But he's only going to come back for 1 year. It's a Band-Aid option, and I would love that to happen, personally. I'm a big fan of Marshawn Lynch. He's one of my favorite players ever. Him and Adrian Peterson are my two favorite running backs since I've really got into football that have never worn an Eagles jersey. But, it's... I think he'll go. I think, honestly, if he does come back, which is still an if, no one really knows right now. Oh my God. Get rid of it. Favorite soccer player. Favorite team. In Madden, or in FIFA, I like to play with usually Bayern Munich or Atletico Madrid. Because I like to play good defense. Favorite position. I played striker and center back. So I usually like those two. Will see soccer videos on the second channel. There have been, I think there's already a couple soccer videos from like 2014 that are up there, but not really from me. That's more so Darrow's Arrows specialty. Even though when we play each other, that's something that we might do, because when we play each other, we're both highly competitive, and we're both, I would say, like B+ FIFA players. Oh, that was rough. How many years till the Niners make the playoffs again? 4 years minimum. They literally have the most, next to like the Jets right now, they have the most depleted roster in the NFL. Oh, look at EJ got that's a late hit. They're not going to give me the late hit. They're going to 100%. They're putting that shit on a clipping. Yeah. Bullshit. Also, I will say, for all you guys right now that are mods, just to keep it fair, I was already talking. If it's your first stream, I'm resetting all the mods at the beginning of April. It's not April Fools, and then just pop back in and I'll remake it again. Just because I've had a couple shitty mods. I don't know which ones suck and which ones are good. I mean, I recognize a couple names, but for the most part, so just tune in the first stream at the beginning of April, and I'll rename and remake my mods again. Hold tryouts. We'll hold clan tryouts. Oh, there we go. Might be able to come back in this shit. But yeah, thanks. Couple new people in here. The 23, the GOAT draft. Maybe. I'm trying to look ahead. I wrote down all the draft rosters that I'm going to be using for this. This is probably the last great one, I believe, that we will have an opportunity to use. Oh, he lost. Come on, EJ. That was more our defense here. EJ made himself a day. 264 yards, 3 touchdowns. The defense really fell flat for us right now, which kind of sucks. But yeah, that Tabor, Jalen Tabor, I can see him going to the third round, which would be a dream for the Philadelphia Eagles. I think any team will, I think it's going to be like a Joe Mixon kind of thing. I think teams are going to think he may slip to the third, so if you really want him, you'll grab him in the second. But his tape doesn't lie. I hate people that overvalue the combine. I think in cases like John Ross, where you knew he was going to be fast, but the fact that he's 4.22, there, you can kind of, tweak his draft stock and his value because of that, because now he's technically the fastest player to play in the NFL in the combine era, or like at least the recorded combine era. But I think you can't put too much stock really into Tabor's bad combine. I mean, look, he pretty much ran the same speed that Josh Norman did, and Josh Norman's one of the top corners in the NFL. Tape does not lie. That's why you gotta do it. Are you gonna do EDP rebuilds after Chip Kelly rebuilds? That's a creative idea, but I don't watch enough EDP videos to make it funny. I really do think. I just hope that people that don't understand what Chip Kelly does and what he's done in the NFL they might miss the mark in that video a little bit, which will be a little bit disappointing. But anyone that knows anything about Chip Kelly, I think I did a dead-on impersonation of it. The only thing that sucks is clearly I'm going to struggle in these rebuilds, and the fact that they're 15 minutes, I don't know if people already know. I mean, unless something crazy happens, I'm probably not going to do shit in terms of winning. And the fact that it's a 50-minute video, I don't know if that's going to captivate the attention. But I am using real rookies. Still, because that's me. Beast Mode TV, real rookie rebuilds. That's what it is. That's what it do. But yeah, I don't watch enough EDP to make a funny video on that, I don't think. Like, I guess the EDP rebuild would be like every time someone throws an interception or fumbles it, I just release them. I don't know. Jason Witten signed an extension. I saw that. He's as much as it pains me to say as an Eagle fan, there's 2 Cowboys since I've been watching football that I don't hate. I hate them when they play against us. I hate that they've beat us in the past. But DeMarcus Ware and Jason Witten are the 2 Dallas Cowboys. Let me reword that. Jason Witten and DeMarcus Ware are the 2 Dallas Cowgirls that I respect. Everyone else can go fuck themselves. I don't hate Tony Romo either. It's just, it's too easy to hate him. What do I think about the Long and Robinson pickups? Like I said, it's just depth moves, to be completely honest with you. I like to know the figure for the Kyle Long move, because I don't think it's going to be that cheap. He still has solid value. He's still a guy that can get you 6-7 sacks a season. And we don't have much money. I'm pretty sure we're operating in the negative right now. We're in the red in terms of salary cap. So I don't really know where we're going to make these moves. We still have to wait for Ryan Matthews to be clear before we can cut him. They better not fucking touch Jason Peters. I'm telling you that right now. Oh, let's see that finesse ball to DeAndre Hopkins. Get it. Do the Cardinals trade David Johnson for a 5th-round pick? Yeah, you're going to see. I'm doing them eventually. That's the one thing, though. Chip Kelly wouldn't get rid of. You'll see. I don't want to spoil anything. But we did the Steelers, so you can already probably envision the kind of moves that we made. But, yeah, we'll see. How do you feel about Keenan Allen going to the Colts? What do you mean? Like, if that happened? I don't think that would happen. To be completely honest with you. Chip Kelly would have traded David Johnson to Carolina for AJ Klein. Did it? Yeah, no, it has to be an Oregon. It has to be an Oregon Duck. See, that's what you don't know. He's a white guy. You ticked off one of the Chip Kelly boxes, but Chip Kelly would have traded David Johnson to like. He would have traded David Johnson to the Miami Dolphins for Deion Jordan and like a conditional 7th rounder. Scramble. Oh, that's a bad throw. Ooh, thank God it's the Browns. Do I think they should cut Kelsey? I'm going to say no just because I don't feel... I hate the reactionary moves where you just want to cut a guy without a confirmed suitable replacement. Oh, make a play on that. Oh, come on, that was good coverage. Are you going to continue the greatest players in Madden history? Yes. I said at the top of the video, I'll say it for everyone here. Because these themed, like 2013, 2012, 2011 draft, I want to get these ones done out of the way as soon as possible because after the actual draft happens, I mean, it's no one, who the fuck wants to watch like draft videos? So after these are done, so there's only 3 more to go, I will be rotating my live streams between greatest Madden players of ever, whatever the fuck that title of the series is, and the greatest college rookies. And those streams there should be able to take me to Madden 18 season, which I can't fucking wait. Okay, I'm hopefully I'm gonna have a new computer, a new TV. Can't wait. Can't fucking wait. Sorry, I meant Kamar Aiken. Oh yeah, Kamar Aiken. I mean, upside. That's good value. I actually really like that contract that he signed. I mean, he's a guy that can get 800-900 yards consistently, and they got him for pretty much bottom of the barrel price. Good value, even though wide receiver's not really in need. But I guess that really speaks values to how they feel about Philip Dorsett and his ability to develop in the future. Beast, do you like Sidney Jones or Garyon Conley? I like both of them. But for the Eagles, I assume you're asking for the Eagles. We need a... Oh, my God. Good job, Le'Veon. Fucking getting high. For the Eagles, we need a guy that can play right now. And I'm not... I had the same injury that Sidney Jones got, and I don't see him playing any earlier than Week 8. And we need some help before that. So I'd much rather Garyon Conley. And then if Sidney Jones takes a free fall, I'd be all over that. Oh! First down! Did you trade Big Ben for Britton Golden in a 7th-round pick? You want to see? I don't want to spoil it, but like I said, it's one of those things where I can totally see people not digging it. They're just like, man, what is this? But I really hope you guys enjoy it because I like doing it. I'm not gonna do them all the time because it just get a little crazy and too repetitive because there's only so much you can do. Chip Kelly hasn't been around for that long. But I really hope you guys do enjoy. I don't want to overhype it, like I said. I don't want failed expectations. I think you guys will enjoy it. At least those, because I know I have a massive Eagles following. I guarantee all Philadelphia Eagles fans will find it humorous, at the very least. Oh, for fuck's sakes! If you ever win the lottery, hook me up. All right, man. I don't know what the max donation thing is, but anything American is worth killer in Canada. So if you win the lottery, just fucking get me season tickets to Eagles games for life, and I'll love you forever. Ghost Flame, don't say that again, because that may be a spoiler. Okay? Don't look at what Ghost Flame says. Are you worried about getting sick of Madden? No, I'm not. Really, honestly. Because I don't play, like, my channel is a football channel that just so happens to also play some Madden. Most of my videos that I do, I'm talking about football, and Madden's just in the background. So I love football. I'm never going to get sick and tired of football. Like, look, half my like right now, this is not really a Madden video. It's talking about the 2013 draft class in real life. I really like this Madden game, too. It helps. Previous Madden games I haven't been a big fan of, and I really do enjoy this Madden game. Not perfect, but from a franchise standpoint, it's definitely leaps and bounds better than the last couple of years of games. So I don't think I'm going to get bored. I might be, but I was a little bit worried when Call of Duty sucked this year. Well, I was always a big Call of Duty guy. And when it was really bad, I didn't even buy it. I never even thought twice about buying that COD. So I've had more time to play Madden, and I love it, man. It's super fun. I really do want to get back into my Philadelphia Eagles and Toronto Huskies connected franchise modes, but I just don't have the time right now. I already told people, I mean, I'm always going to finish that series for sure. It just might be really heavy in May and June that I do a lot of the connected franchise videos like that, because with the draft videos I want to get those done because you guys know. You got ask that thought from around the corner. C4 got the biggest and the baddest, hugest, voluptuous, thickest mock drafts on YouTube. So I need to get them out. But once those kind of wind down, I'm going to be jumping right back into the old connected franchise mode. I miss how my boy Carson Wentz is doing. I miss the Toronto Huskies with Brandon Allen and AR-15 and Leonard Fournette. It's like, Plus, I have, for those of you that don't know, I have a son now. So a lot of the time that I would be able, during the day, when I had free time, as we have casually five touchdowns with EJ Manuel, that I had to record those kind of videos because they do take a bit of time. That's kind of been lost, so I have to pick and choose, but those series will be coming back sooner than later. Are you using Chip Kelly as your base coach for the rebuilds? I didn't know how to do that. I kind of suck, so I just created him, but I found, like, oh my god, I found a created image that kind of looked like Chip Kelly. If you squint, you kind of see Chip Kelly. If he had as many beers as I had, he looked like Chip Kelly. What do you think of the Chris Long coming to Philly? As I've already said a couple times, just solid depth signing. I hope that they still have plans to have Vinny Curry as a starting defensive end, because I really want to see if he can live up to his contract. I believe that he can. But if he's stuck in a rotation role, I guess that's what they have him here for. Oh my god. It's a massacre. $48-0. Jesus Christ. White flags are out. Oh, look, they got a consolation touchdown. How many touchdowns do you have EJ Manuel? He's a 70 overall quarterback with 6 touchdowns. I guess I am the greatest. Bring on that E-Dub guy that won the Madden Bowl as a racist Eagle fan. I can't get over that shit. Fucking, Eagles fan. Eagles jerseys. Didn't have Brian Dawkins on his team. Fucking joke. Hey, what up, Connor? Yeah, man, that guy helped me open my computer, kind of. Because I am looking at building a sick computer. Not really a gaming. I don't really game. But I would like to have the base computer ready so that if I ever did get into computer game, which I don't think I would, but I want the option there. But yeah, my brother he builds PCs and stuff, but I more so want to get different opinions just in case if his shit stinks. I need to know. But yeah, thanks for your help, bro. Appreciate it. Yeah, we'll play the Steelers, baby. Let's get it. All right, this Nick guy is a squeaker, and you gone, and you gone, and you gone. Happy birthday! This is a spoon. Get it? 16. Holy shit! I remember when I turned 16. I don't really remember when I turned 16, but congrats, bro. Big day. Hope you get a license. I don't know if you're in America. Here in Canada, you can only get your driver's license at 16. What do you think of Eddie Lacy to Seattle? Surprising, to be completely honest. I think if I was Seattle, I'd just try to roll with Rawls and Pro Slice for another year, but I guess they did not want to do that. What would I do for NCAA 18? I would I don't know what I would do. I'd drop kick a dog. That's what I'd do. I hate dogs, so, Is the legal drinking age 18? I have no idea. I think it actually might be 19. I mean, who the fuck follows drinking laws, Do you think the Cowboys are the favorites in the NFC East? Yeah, I'm going to have to say they are. Even though they lost a bunch of guys, more so depth, but they did lose their secondary. They're the team to beat, I guess. That'd be the best way. I don't know if they're the favorites anymore, but they're the team to beat. They won it last year. They won it pretty convincingly, if I can be honest with you. So they're the team to beat. It's going to be really competitive, though, in the NFC East next year. Yeah, Big Dick Alshon Jeffrey out there working on the outside. Let's go. when I was talking about Jersey, yeah, man, I just went to wherever the rink that the Devils play. That's where I was. I get that probably wasn't the best New Jersey had to offer, but wasn't impressed. I mean, the people were cool. As an outsider, I heard people from New Jersey are like, I just pictured a bunch of Guidos and shit, and it was obviously that's more Jersey Shore, that fad word. But people were pretty. The people were cool. It was just the city was not. I'll say it's not as good as Philly. I much liked Philly over New Jersey. There we go. Battle for the touchdown, baby. Let's get it. Let's get it. What's your stance on the NCAA not getting players money? That is a ripoff. That is, they have to get, at the very least, I think every player that when they go to a college that consistently gets, whatever, just any team that's in NCAA, every player should get like at least a minimum $1 million insurance policy. Minimum. Which, I mean, they are starting to get insurance policies more frequently now in college, so that when guys get hurt, if you had, future, they're not making any money right now, but they're making so much money for the college, for the networks, all that stuff. I think they should just have assurance that if they do get injured, they're going to be compensated for the money that they have earned for everything else. That's everyone from the fucking long snapper to the backup punter. Everyone should have $1 million injury policy so that they can never play football again and they can only, they're done, one and done kind of thing. They're still going to get at least $1 million. I think that should be like the minimum of what they do. To be completely honest with you. Like I said, I don't think he would because they're going to be the Oakland Raiders for 2 more years for Marshawn Lynch. He's not going to be there in 3 years when they move to Las Vegas. Marshawn Lynch at the max has 2 years back. I think 1 year and done. He's just coming back to try to help them get a Super Bowl. So honestly, I don't think I think people are reading too much into that. If he's going to come back, he's going to come back. I think the bigger thing that people aren't talking about is the compensation the Seahawks are going to want for that. Because I don't think they're going to let him go for free. Do we actually have any evidence Vinny Sherry can be a good starter? Look at his stats from like 2 years ago. That's anytime you get a guy that's a limited edge rusher that puts up. I mean, he had like 9.5 sacks, like 4 or 5 forced fumbles. I can't remember the exact numbers. And that was like in a rotational role. He barely got to see the field. So it's like one of those things like maybe it's a cardio thing. Maybe physically can't handle the demand and the snaps for a starter, which could be the case. That's why maybe they brought in Chris Long because they just don't feel like he has the durability. But anytime you have any player that's a young guy, especially that can excel in a rotational thing, you want to project him to a starter. That's the natural move of things that they need to make. So I think Vinny Curry can be a starter, and I just really hope he gets the opportunity. I hope next year doesn't open up with a lot of like you see every other fucking play Vinny Curry running off the field and Chris Long coming in. Boom! Oh, come on. Thanks to Fishing Partners, bro. Appreciate it. What do you think of Alex McAllister? He's a beast of man. Will be good in the NFL. I really have no idea where his weight's at. That was a big thing with him. He needed to add some pounds on the practice squad for Philly. So we get another touchdown, just casually dominating with EJ Manuel right now. But yeah, he looked like a great prospect at Florida. Even at Florida though, he was still a project type player. So I am glad we got him. Anytime a Gator gets employed in the NFL, I'm very happy. And it seems like more often than not, Philadelphia is very warm to getting Philadelphia Eagles. Jalen Watkins, Trey Burton, Alex McAllister. In the past we got Tim Tebow, we got Riley Cooper, players like that. We might have had a couple others. I can't think off the top of my head right now. Lito Shepherd, we can't forget the great cornerback Lito Shepherd. Is probably the last real good homegrown corner that we've had. But yeah, McAllister, if he bulks up good, he'll be fine. Predictions for Alshon's stats for the upcoming season. Assuming he stays healthy and plays a full 16 games, I'm going to say 70, I'll round it. I'll just make it round numbers. 75 receptions, 1,200 yards, 8 touchdowns. Like, I think he's not going to be phenomenal. I hope he's going to be phenomenal. I hope he's going to be pulling AJ Styles on everyone and be phenomenal. But I think he will be just really good. I think he'll be a top 10 wide receiver. But, I mean, everyone always hopes with Alshon Jeffrey, even when he was with the Bears, that if he could stay healthy and had the right kind of, supporting cast around him, he could play like a top 5 wide receiver. I think we'll probably get a top 10 out of him this year. Since the Lamar Jackson rebuild, yeah, that's what blew my channel up. Lamar Jackson rebuild, the most viewed rebuild on YouTube that I could find in my biased searching opinion. So yeah, I assume a lot of people came from that video, but yeah, thanks for stopping by. Glad you enjoyed that. Run in. There we go. Man, EJ Manuel, franchise QB. Who do you go with? EJ signed with the Raiders, I think. There you go. You might have a freak monster over here. I saw that too. I didn't really look at the full quote about Jeffrey Lurie talking about Joe Mixon, but you have to be a complete idiot to completely write him off your board. I think personally. But then again, you get into a moral dilemma. It's like talking politics. You're either on one side or the other side about the Joe Mixon debate. So I understand both sides, and I never really want to get in an argument for someone that says I would not touch him. That's a completely valid opinion. He fucked his chance up of coming into the league with no questions. We're just toying people right now. EJ Manuel to DeAndre Hopkins is raping. But yeah, what I miss? Who's on a team? We're doing the 2013 NFL draft class. So just pretty much go to Wikipedia, find the best players from that draft. They are on this video. Am I done with the rebuilds? No, I am not. We have the Chip Kelly rebuilds that are going to be mixed in rotation with, I'm doing 3 revivals from failed rebuilds. And I think the voting, I'm going to close the polls up on Thursday. So I made a video about that. If you haven't voted yet, you can go do that. Where I just want to do the top 3 most teams. And I think, obviously, 1 and 2 were the Browns and the 49ers, because those are pretty much the most popular 2 teams to do in rebuilds. And then the Colts. So I'm going to mix those in with Chip Kelly rebuilds, and the Chip Kelly rebuilds will be done on the teams that I haven't done yet because they were too good to really get a rebuild. The Falcons, Steelers, Seahawks, whatever, teams like that off the top of my head. So every team, by the time, will have a rebuild done. So if you're a fan, and I may have missed them so far, I'm going to be showing you some love. Oh, fight for that fucking touchdown. Boo. I think, yeah, you definitely have to... Oh, look at that. Right there. Doesn't even do it. Suggestion, C4 special right away. Let's get it. First one of the day. I think with Joe Mixon, you have to at least interview him, especially if you're a team like the Philadelphia Eagles, where from an athletic player standpoint, he ticks off all the boxes of things we need at a running back position. As that's Le'Veon Bell waltzing in there for a touchdown. I think we're well on our way to a playoff berth. But I think right now, we might be getting an MVP. I have no idea what EJ Manuel's stats are for the season, but he is playing lights out for us. So you might learn something if you guys still are looking for some low-key fun players to use here in Madden. EJ Manuel could be your guy. Look, he's not even fumbling it. EJ Manuel's a monster. Did you anticipate these rebuilds become so popular? Well, as I said, when people thought there was a beef going on, which there never was a beef from my end anyways, I saw, I don't know what video, I was just doing my Eagles. I keep going, mouth dry. Let me get a swig of this drink here. I was just doing my Eagles Connected franchise modes, and those are doing good views for my channel anyways. But then I saw my suggested, there's a guy named Jerome PKR. He's another guy that does rebuilds. And I was like, what the, man? I was like, he had, a third of my subscribers. But his video was doing really good views in terms of how many people he had, subscribed to it. And I was like, well, all right, let's see what this is. And then I found Bengal Designs. There's a guy, I can't remember. There's like 3 other people that are doing, like pretty much everyone was doing some variation of a rebuild. So then I was like, man, why aren't these guys, like, I always hate it. People that when they did videos like this, they never use real rookies. I was like, what's the point? Like, where is the excitement of, like, why would you want to draft, like, Mike Smith from DeVry University? Why not you really, try to do it with Lamar Jackson? That seems fun to me. So I was like, all right. So I could take this used format that's really popular and then put my own twist on things. Change it up. I changed, like, not the only thing that's similar to anyone else's rebuilds is the format. Everything else is my own thing, and I'm glad that it did well. It really helped my channel. I think we got over 1 million total views. I think we eclipsed, like, 2-3 rebuilds ago, 1 million total views for all the rebuilds this year, which is fucking awesome. So thank you guys for that. And I know a lot of people that really helped the growth of my channel a little bit. And I'm glad you guys enjoyed that. We are running a train right now with EJ Manuel. He's on fire. What's this? We got 10 touchdowns in the last 2 games. Get it? What do I think of Foreman? Okay, first of all, can someone tell me how to pronounce his name? I watched like 3 Texas games, and I swear to God, like all I fucking saw was what do you call it? Just Foreman. Is it Dante or Deonta? I think it's Deonta because it's that pot. I hate people that spell their name like that though. It's trash. Get a real name, all right? But yeah, he looks good. He's just not a natural catcher, so he's not a fit for the Eagles, which is why I haven't really looked a whole lot into it. But I have a buddy that's a big time Texas fan, actually one of my best buddies, and he's saying, man, he's gonna be a beast in the NFL, and I believe him. I trust him. Deonta Foreman. But I mean that 40 time, even though I thought it was hand time. Usually most times at pro days it is hand time. Just usually unofficial. People take it with a grain of salt. But, I mean, worst case scenario, he ran similar to Leonard Fournette. He's as big. But, again, he's just not a natural catcher, so he's not a good scheme fit for the Eagles. But he's going to be a good player. I think a mock draft site has him with like a 4th-round grade. I think now he may have, with that good 40 time, if he tests well, interviews well, he can find himself in the 2nd round. The Browns need some sort of redemption. I will be doing it. I will, but the Browns are there. Do you like RBT? No, I know what he comes up in my suggested videos all the time. I can say what my initial impression. I've never watched any of his videos, to be completely honest with you. He's pretty big channel though. But yeah, my initial impression is not positive. But I don't know him. He could be a cool guy. I have no idea. His content seems a little meh, to be honest with you, but like I said, I don't like passing judgment on people that I don't know. Like people like EDP, people like Toke, that I can just see like, man, fuck those guys. But if I don't know a whole lot about you, I like obviously work and get back to people when you talk shit about them. And I don't like to stray away from talking shit, but I feel that it needs to be justified. Like when I called out EDP when I was much smaller than I was right now. Or not EDP, Toke when he did that no more packs. That was bullshit, and I don't give a fuck if that's like, oh, you're trying to start drama. If I see something in the community that I like to think that I'm a decent part of, I'm going to call it on a bullshit. So if I don't have full opinion on a story or full information, I'd rather keep my mouth shut. But he seems like an alright guy. Thoughts on... I think Christian McCaffrey is probably the most polarizing figure for the 1st round here in the draft. And again, I mean, in my mock draft, I had the Jags getting Leonard Fournette. Christian McCaffrey, oh my God, what was that? Come on, EJ. Just throwing to Tavon Young. If I'm the Jags and I want the best fit for my team, Christian McCaffrey, I think, is the best fit at running back for the Jags. So, like, if I had to make I don't think it will happen. It probably won't happen. But just in case I'm right, I'm going to come out and say it. I think McCaffrey to the Jags could be the big surprise pick of this year's draft class, if I'm being honest with you. I think in a lot of circles, teams are actually raising... Oh, get in there, Jordan Reed. Let's go! Teams are actually putting McCaffrey ahead of Dalvin Cook now, which I think is more than justified. So McCaffrey could be a top 10 pick. I'm a big McCaffrey fan. I personally don't think he should be a top 10 pick because of the north-south thing running between the tackles. I think there's still some questions there. But I think McCaffrey is 100% a first-round talent. He just has to go to a right team. Would you watch baseball if Tebow goes to the MLB? No. Hate baseball. Baseball is the worst fucking sport of all time. If you like baseball, more power to you. But too many games, too fucking boring. I'll watch the home run derby, and that's it. Once steroids get out of baseball, I ain't watching that shit. No more dingers. Oh, that's a bad throw. What's your thought on Jared Davis? I haven't seen any information today. I've been with my kid all day. I haven't seen any reports from the Florida Pro Day. If you feel like typing in what Jared Davis did, he's my favorite middle linebacker in this year's draft class. More so than Reuben Foster. I'm not going to use my bias and rank him ahead of Reuben Foster, But if I was a team that needed a middle linebacker and I was the GM, Davis ticks off every single box that I want. The only thing, maybe some durability concerns. He did miss a couple games with Florida the last couple years. But when he's healthy, he's the perfect linebacker, I think. Not saying that Reuben Foster isn't. Reuben Foster's a monster, but I hope he did. I hope he did really good at his pro day. Oh, come on. Do a rebuild battle live versus Bengale and see who's better. No, I kind of talked about that very, very briefly in the Chip Kelly rebuild. I'd be so fucking out of water. It'd be like a waste of time in a video. Like literally, I would not be able to do a video with him in that fucking format because I have no idea what I'm doing, and like the fact that the video is like 30 minutes, I need way more time than that. I have no idea. Oh, there we go. Great adjustment there. No idea what teams you trade for. That's not my style. I have no interest in doing that because I have no idea what I'm doing. And it'd just be like, hey guys, I'm doing this video to partner up with someone that I don't really, I'm going to be terrible at. It's just not my bag. Why would I do a video that I would never do on my own channel? Just for the sake of a collab? I mean, if there's a great idea, someday someone is going to come up to me I've never collabed with anyone in my life. I never really had interest to do a collab. Unless, Mr. Hurricane or some guy with like 150,000 subscribers, I might do it there. But someday someone will come up with a great idea for a collab video and I'll be open to doing it. But if it's not something that I would personally enjoy doing, I'm not going to do it for the sake of, hey, look, we're hanging out. I personally think that's completely understandable. Why would you want fucking, like, I don't know. There's definitely a similar comparison I can make to everyday life. That's like saying, Tom Brady's a pretty good quarterback, right? He might also be a pretty good baseball player. We'll just say that he's a pretty good baseball player as well. So if you could see Tom Brady continue to play football, if you're not a kid, everyone hates Tom Brady. That's a bad example. Who's a universally liked player in the NFL? Everyone likes Julio Jones. Everyone likes Julio Jones. So Julio Jones, freak nature. And someone said, do you want to watch Julio Jones fucking catch one-handed touchdown passes all day? It's like, oh yeah, sign me up. That sounds sick. Or he actually is pretty good at golf. Do you want to come see him play golf? You're going to fucking say pick football every time. I want to watch him play football. I want to watch him do what he's good at. I want to watch him do what he enjoys doing. So that's a pretty terrible comparison to why I don't really open up to collabs and stuff like that. But if the right video comes along, maybe. Keep spamming Mr. Hurricane, because I would love to do a franchise type video with him. Do you still actively watch pro wrestling? Now, here's the thing. It is a vice of mine. I don't like pro wrestling to the fact that I think you can't really consider me a fan. It was just I was a kid. I literally grew up on pro wrestling as a kid. I grew up in the Attitude Era. My grandfather watched pro wrestling, so when he babysit me, I'd watch it with him. My brother wrestling was cool in the 90s. Everyone liked to be a wrestler and watch, not like to be a wrestler. Everyone watched like Steve Austin and those guys. So now when wrestling's on, I'll casually watch it. But this weekend is WrestleMania weekend, so I have my buddies that when we were kids, we always used to rent it on pay-per-view or go to the movie theaters, actually. They used to show it sometimes. So I'm going to be getting together and watching that. And now that we're old fucking men, well, we're not old, but now that we're in our early 20s, guys that we watched as kids are going to the Hall of Fame. So Kurt Angle is going to the Hall of Fame. He was one of my favorite wrestlers as a kid, so I'm going to be watching that on Friday night. And then I appreciate the good wrestling of NXT. I find that that's a pretty solid product. So I watch a little bit, but I'm definitely not super into it. I remember on my secondary channel, though, when I bought the whatever the fuck it's called, WWE 2K15 when it was on sale, and I did a couple videos of that. That was a terrible field goal. Oh, that's terrible. Fucking terrible. But yeah, Jared Davis, 4, 5, 6. There you go. And he jumped out the park. My boy, Jared Davis, baby. He's a monster. Whatever team, he's a first-round pick. He's going to be going in the first round. Guarantee it. Undertaker's getting retired. Yeah, man. That's another guy that was real popular. I was never a huge Undertaker fan because I didn't really understand wrestling when he was like the old Undertaker. And then right when I started to be able to like fully comprehend it, he was just being a bad dark guy and becoming the biker. That was like late. I mean, I want to give you guys my exact age, but I started watching wrestling in 1995. So I think it was like 2000 that he became a fucking motorbike guy. I was more of a Kane. I was more partial to Kane than I was the Undertaker. Le'Veon Bell. Oh, let's go. Keep going. Go watch the print. I've seen all that shit, all that deathmatch shit. Undertaker leaving is the equivalent of that. You have more subs than Bangal, but he made that stupid video about you. Yeah, but people, I don't know. He did explain, I think. I didn't really fully watch it. It wasn't fun. I was really hoping that would be funny. Because what people didn't know is that, I guess, well, he hit me up on Twitter. I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to go in and rehash anything. But essentially, he said before he put that video up that he was going to do it. I was giving him suggestions to try to make it funnier. Like that's the level of like I was trying to help him out with it a little bit. But yeah, it wasn't. I wish it was funnier. I wish I was in for a good laugh. Who do you think the Colts can get? You gotta go defense. I think the Colts gotta go. Hassan Riddick would be my spoiler alert. I do actually have them. I can't remember for when I do my Colts 7 on mock draft. But I have them. I think going linebacker or corner. When are you gonna post another vlog? Well, vlogs are when I'm usually on the on if I'm out driving or I'm fucking on my way home or I'm not at home. Vlogs are just for me to make a quick video and I'll just put my camera on. But vlogs for the most part, you'll see a lot of those during training camp. Quick videos that I just have to do daily. But you guys don't want to. I don't want you guys. Those of you guys with girlfriends, mothers, sisters. I don't want my face to be all over the place because then they might be. They might catch a glimpse. They might lock. We might make eye contact without actually making eye contact, and they'll slip. They'll get a little. If you get that joke, maybe you're not old enough, you guys in there to get that joke. But yeah. But in terms of like webcam and face cam, I know that is what a lot of bigger people do. But the whole green screen. Hopefully, once I have an actually dope top of the line webcam. But my computer can't really handle capturing gameplay and capturing webcam at the same time. So once I get an upgrade, you may see my beautiful face more often. I'll actually have to fucking shave my head. I've always been a shave my head kind of guy since like grade 10. My freshman year of high school, because I hated having long hair and a football helmet. I hated that shit. I could not be that white guy that wore a do-rag. Look at this. I'm actually focusing more on the gameplay than the chat box. Look, we're actually doing pretty decent here. Doing big things. Girlfriend face reveal anytime soon. She is coming in a live stream sooner than later. I have a video planned for that. More videos with her. Like I said, you don't want to... She's not a diehard football fan, and I like to think that my content is for at least moderate football fans. If you're a casual football fan, you might not get the most out of my content. But she does like football. She does likes being around and stuff. But yeah, maybe webcam stuff with her. She understands the YouTube game. She understands clickbait. She understands what gets the hits, and she's willing to do it. She's done a couple videos before where I told her, "Hey, put some fucking makeup on and get a push-up bra." All right. So I know how to work the clicks, baby. So here we go. We actually got a bye. We dominated here with the 2013 draft class. Let's get it. Okay, I'm going to go through the stats. If you guys are posted in the chat, I may miss what you're saying. But we go through the stats because I want to see how well EJ Manuel... Oh my god. Look at that. Look at that shit. He won MVP. I'm checking that right now before we do anything else. Who won MVP? Before we check anything. MVP better be EJ Manuel. What? EJ Manuel, okay, we're going to have to do a comparison to see what Aaron Rodgers did to beat EJ Manuel. So on the year, EJ Manuel, 4,500 passing yards, 49 touchdowns, and 15 picks. My God. My God. He's a beast. Oh, my God. All right, we got 1,600 yards, 16 touchdowns from Le'Veon Bell, 375 and 6 from Eddie Lacy. Receiving 84. Oh, my God. Monster year from Hopkins. 84 receptions, 1,300 yards. Actually, 1,269 yards, 16 touchdowns. Travis Kelce, 840 and 7, 761 and 5 from Keenan Allen, and 629 and 11 from Jordan Reed. 600 yards and 4 touchdowns from Le'Veon Bell as well. On the defense side of the ball, 123 tackles from Alec Ogletree, 113 from Kiko, 102 from Xavier Rhodes. We got 15.5 sacks from Mingo, Beast Mingo. We found some two-budget beasts here. EJ Manuel and Mingo, you can make them work here in Madden. 11.5 sacks from Ziggy Ansah. We got 5 picks. Darius Slay, 4 from Ogletree, 3 from Trufant, 2 from Honey Badger. All right, so let's see. So EJ Manuel had 49, 15, 46. Okay, what do you have for rushing? 180 yards, 3 touchdowns. So we had 52 touchdowns and around 4,600 yards. What did Aaron Rodgers do to beat us for MVP? Okay, I guess. Fucking broke the passing yard record, I think. Yeah, okay, all right. That's somewhat debatable. Somewhat debatable. But great year. Great production here from EJ Manuel. Love to see this stuff here. So we're going up against the 9-7 Tennessee Titans. Marcus Mariota. So we're home. Let's put on some Color Rush. What were their Color Rush news? Weren't they white this year? Oh. I'm going with those ones. I like those unis more. Honey Badger don't give a shit. What is draft champ? Okay, what do I do in draft champions? I don't understand. I would be open to doing that live streams, but like I've just seen people. All they do is make a team. That's all you do. You fucking pop it on. You make a roster and then you sign off. That's all people do. They actually fucking play it here. Seems like more people just try to build a quick team than actually like play some gameplay with that team. So I don't understand. But one thing I did talk about, I put it on Twitter. It's for any of you OGs that remember how you NFL 2K5. Remember Fantasy Draft, which is pretty much Draft Champions, where you get to like quick play, just go and play your buddy on the console. You get to build you get to pick a quarterback, a running back, 2 wide receivers, a tight end, defense, all that stuff. Like they should. I don't know why EA, the money whores that they are. I guess that's your answer. You answered it right there. Draft Champions should be able to play co-op. On this, like, just play your buddy when you're fucking chilling out having beers. But of course you can't do that. I tried doing that the other day. I put it on Twitter. I was a damsel in distress trying to figure that shit out. It would not let me do it. Very frustrating. I play games and win rewards. I play games and win rewards for Ultimate Team, which I don't play. Maybe. I might do something like that. I don't know. I know it is like a variation of Ultimate Team. And I remember when it first came out, I thought it was pretty damn cool. But then when I saw all the limitations that they had for it, I was like, they ruined this. Like, they try to find, like, you have to buy tokens and shit, don't you? Like, tickets. Like, fuck off. I just want to play against my buddy. I don't want to be, trying to do some badass shit like that. Just let me fucking play. Oh, big grab from Travis Kelce. That's a horse collar. That's a horse collar right there. I know I can play online, but I want to. When I play with online, I can't intimidate people. I'm an intimidating human being. Okay, so when I play my buddies, they know that they fucking think about kicking an onside kick. I'm gonna punch them so fucking hard in the arm that they're not gonna be able to work for a week. I like that. I like having that mental advantage. Any advantage you can get in a game like Madden when you play as serious as me and my friends, I like to have. So, I'm open to online, but I'd much rather to be able to impose some sort of violence, How are the subs doing? Hopefully you're not going to rip packs. They're fucking slowing down, but this is, this is the down period in Madden. I knew it was going to come. I'm trying to, churn out the draft content, but... like I said, I'm not a spring chicken. I've been around the block here, man. This is my 5th year on YouTube. Every year, even though I've grown a lot this year, more so than any other year, it's always a down period between March and June. Usually June is when Madden 18 season, the hype starts to come up a little bit. So I was expecting things to slow down here anyways. But my views are good, so thank you guys for still continuing to watch and support my shit. I mean, subs don't really mean anything. I'm going to be completely honest with you. Most people's subs, you don't get, if you have 30,000 subs, you don't get 30,000 views a video. So I'm glad that people are still sticking around and liking my stuff. Appreciate y'all. Tell your Matt Barkley story. It's not really that funny. I mean, it's kind of funny. But basically, on my old Twitter account, which is my old personal Twitter account, Matt Barkley, every game that he was with the Eagles, would always make like a fucking congratulatory tweet, like "Great games, guys! We had such a good game." I just made like a sly, like, "Yeah, congrats for fucking sitting on the bench. Way to hold the playbook." And then he just blocked me. That was it. Like he 100% he saw, but the fact that he saw that tweet and then said, "I'm gonna block this guy, right? I can't handle this." It made my fucking year. It was awesome. I've only been blocked by 2 athletes in my lifetime on Twitter. One is Matt Barkley, and one is oh my god, I can't remember his fucking name. Oh, how can I remember this? It was even funnier. Oh jeez, that was terrible. He played wide receiver for the Eagles. Played on the Redskins. I might have told this story before. I know I've definitely told it. Oh Jesus Christ. Anyway, he fell out of a hot air balloon while trying to propose to his girlfriend, and then he basically made a tweet like, "Hey, hope everyone's excited for football." And I just said, "Hope you fall out of a fucking hot air balloon with your girlfriend again." And then he blocked me. But I can't remember his name. NFL, let's go. NFL player hot air balloon. Dante Stallworth. There we go. Dante Stallworth blocked me because he fell out of a hot air balloon and I talked shit. Other than that, I talked with Josh Norman on Twitter once when he was on the Panthers. If you guys know the prospect Aaron Jones, he's a running back out of UTEP. He actually, you know, if you're following me on Twitter, my actual, like, the YouTube Twitter here, someone asked me my opinion on him, and I said, I don't know, I think he's got the fight for a roster spot. I bet he'll probably be special teams or practice squad. And he fucking, like, quoted it. He was like, "Get my motivation, grind 100%. I don't know, it was kind of cool. And then a bunch of people from UTEP started, like, chirping me and shit. Some guy named Alvin. I told him, "Go back with your fucking chipmunks." We're continuing to rock and roll here, though. I hope we can play the Green Bay Packers so we can settle who is better, E.J. Manuel or Aaron Rodgers. When the fuck would you think you'd hear that being said? That's why. Talk to John Ron on Twitter. Yeah, because Canadians are fucking friendly, all right? We'll talk with anyone. If you're being a nice guy, we'll talk to anyone. All right, let's go here. Keenan Allen. Oh, big time sack. Thoughts on DB Leon Sandcastle? A great 40 time. Great afro, great hair. Wonder what his hair products are. How he gets that kind of bounce to his head. It's phenomenal. I think that's what we're learning here is E.J. Manuel is MVP caliber. I think we just, look at that. Right there, veteran move. Take the short yardage. Set up a field goal. Put this game out of reach. Move on to the championship. Whoa. What's the Twitter handle? It's at, you have the at, I guess, Beast Mode _TV. I think we got about 800 followers there now, which is pretty cool. All right. Third down alert, take control, keep it alive. Thoughts on Pac-Man Jones? You know, he seems to be a pretty good player when he's standing on trouble. I like the whole he never. Oh, Jesus Christ! Rest in peace, EJ. I like that he never fair catches. I think he's gone on record saying that he will never fair catch a punt. It's a great mentality to have. It's kind of fighting desire that you want to see from a playmaker like that. And we close the game very close, a little bit too close for comfort. I would let the Titans get it back in there again. If I was playing that full game, we wouldn't have taken our foot off their throat. But we're going to the AFC Championship, where I assume that we're going to be playing, the Patriots. I assume. Maybe because if you're paying attention to the ticker, you may have heard it. Oh my God, you sound exactly like Ricky. I've told the story many times. Ricky shares the same family doctor as I do. Haven't gone there in a couple years. But, I know them. I don't know them personally, but I know them. I know them enough that they see me, they may recognize me, at least. They probably won't know who the fuck I am, to be completely honest with you. But I've seen that guy before. I've seen him around town. So now for the conference championship against the Kansas City Chiefs. I think we can do this. EJ Manuel, MVP, like caliber. Who's Sonny Babel? What's your question? I'm trying my best to answer some questions, but I can't answer all the questions. Thoughts on Chris Long? Oh, because I already talked about Chris Long. Deft move, man. He's a deft move. I like the move. If it's affordable, as long as we didn't overpay, it's affordable. I'll take that all damn day. Do I watch CFL? No. David Johnson versus Zeke. David Johnson. A little sippy poo here. But yeah, I might, for those of you guys, we're getting near the end here. Tomorrow, I may try and stream the 2014 draft. Not going to promise anything, but I'm going to say that same time, same place, 75% I will be streaming the 2014 draft. Because ideally, within the next 2 weeks, I can finish up these draft live streams, and then I can finally start cracking out the Madden greats and the college legendary rosters. More so for the college rosters, because I want to release those rosters to you guys. What kind of music do I listen to? Rap, rock, you know, the generic stuff. Hate country music. Not a big fan of EDM at the right time. You know, if I pop a Molly, you know, get that. How do you feel about Chidobe Awuzie in the second round? Good. I in my mock draft, I had him going in the third round, but he's a great prospect. I've been real high on him for quite some time. Great versatility. Not necessarily sure if he's going to be a nickel corner or a safety in the NFL, but one of the two. He's going to find a home. He's a great playmaker. Can I challenge you to do a game of Madden? Don't want to come off like a dick, but no, you cannot. Can you tell me if I feel that Cowboys secondary is going to be as bad as I think it is? Well, you got to wait till after the draft. Dallas Cowboys, for all we know. Everyone wants the Philadelphia Eagles to double dip. First round, second round, corners. Dallas Cowboys could very much do that. They got Anthony Brown. I think he's actually a fairly good corner. Should probably open up. I'm going to say Anthony Brown is a low corner 2, solid corner 3 right now, with upside to develop into more. I think they're relatively high in him. The fact that they let, Claiborne and Brandon Carr leave. But if they double dip at corner, man, this is a strong quarterback class. If they get 2 corners in the first couple rounds, their secondary could be fine. Jesus Christ. Do you think Texas Long... can you do a Texas Longhorn roster? It is on the list. I'm working my way down. So eventually we'll get there. As we dump into the C4 special. Oh, great run block there by 44. What I think about the Raiders going to Vegas, I like the move. It sucks anytime a city loses their team, but at least, fuck the Chargers. That was terrible. At least this one you can understand with the whole stadium. Worst stadium in the NFL. They need to get something new there. So I like the move to Vegas. I think... Personally, for me, Raiders are a team that I enjoy watching. And if I ever take in a game that's not the Philadelphia Eagles, making a trip to Vegas to watch the Raiders play would be pretty fucking cool. And I think they said in 2021, the Eagles play the Raiders in Vegas. So I might have to go there. High school football advice? I don't know, man. Like I said, I was never really good at the football advice. I was more so, I got by on my athleticism, that was it. I never read the playbook in my life. I didn't do special teams. I was a little bit of a diva. I was just the guy that was the fastest and strongest, and I played running back. And here's pretty much when I went in the huddle, my quarterback, he was actually still one of my best friends right now, and I actually may bring him on a video. He knows I do YouTube. He's a diehard Miami Dolphins fan. The only issue is that, who the fuck wants to hear Dolphins fans videos? Like, I have 2 buddies. One's a Dolphins fan, one's a Niners fan. But literally, what would be the point of bringing either one of those guys on? Because no one gives a shit about either one of those teams, to be completely honest with you. But anyways, because I never read their playbook, basically he'd tell me in the huddle. He'd call the play. It'd be, 34 dive, something like that. And I'd just be like, What do I do? Do I block? Am I running it? Am I catching it? I never. Our offensive line was so bad, man. I was the running back. I literally would just decide in my mind what side of the line I was going to based off of like I didn't even understand how to read defense. I just saw if they were fucking blitzing, if they were faking a blitz, I could never tell. You could probably tell by how I play Madden. I still can't read that shit to save my life. More often than not, I turned any play. It was an inside run between the tackles, if it was a dive, if it was a draw, it turned into a pitch. It turned into a C4 special. There's a reason why I gravitate toward the C4 special because it's all I pretty much ran in high school. Get me on the outside, get me one-on-one with a corner, and I'll fucking ruin their life. So that's pretty much all I did. So I don't really know if I have much advice. Because like I said, I just got by my athleticism. The only thing I could say would be don't be that guy that wears the visor. No one likes the guy that wears the visor. Like I literally, unless you're getting 6 touchdowns a game, don't be the guy that don't over accessorize. All right, don't be that fucking guy. I remember when I played high school in my last year, my senior year in high school was the first year that my school got a football team. So there was a couple kids that played football, like recreational football, and I remember the one guy. He was like that guy in high school that had that really generic tribal tattoo already. He played football and he came in. He thought he was gonna be the running back. He knew the coaches. He was buddies with the coach. He had fucking sick gloves. He had the lime where our colors were teal, so he had a teal fucking visor and stuff. It looked like you just went crazy in a creative player mode. I started as a tight end. No one knew me from a fucking hole in the wall. And then when we did our mini combine, he ran like a 4.8, 4.9 40. I ran a 4.45 40. And they're like, beast mode, you can be whatever the fuck you want to be. So eventually, I was the starter running back. Oh, I was bad. And he was my backup. And I literally had a pair of orange cutters, and that was it. And you had my backup, the guy that came in relief duty, fucking accessorized to the T. So don't be the guy that over-accessorize unless you're fucking king shit. That is my one fucking suggestion I guess I could give to you. Could use Vince Young. Yeah, Vince Young I think is the quarterback that I'll be using when I do the Longhorns. Why wouldn't he? He's probably the best quarterback. He might be even the most famous quarterback. I have that in my notes too when I'm going to be using that roster, but yeah. No way you ran a sub 4.5. Check my Twitter, bro. I put up a link, a screenshot from my combine, my pro day, if you will, my high school pro day. I ran 4.45, 4.48, and 4.53. They made me run it 3 times. I remember when I ran the 4.45. Basically, it was just everyone got in a fucking line, and you ran your 40 time, and then you got to the back of the line because you ran 2. I remember when I ran the 4.45, they didn't believe it. They thought they fucked up with the hand timer, so they made me go right back to the fucking beginning of the line again. And then I ran a 4.47, and they're like, okay, this guy's fucking really fast. That's another thing. I hate talking about myself like that. I've said numerous times to so many people when I'm in the live stream, like, hey, can you talk more about your high school? And it just sounds like I'm gloating. I feel gross. But like I said, I'm still really good friends with the quarterback from when I played high school. So I figured just maybe one time I'll bring him on, and he can at least validate my 40 time and all that stuff, just in case you're like, he fucking altered the picture he put up on Twitter. I was a fucking animal. There's no other way to put it. Didn't know. That's the one story about the combine when I was talking about my combine is that when we did the testing and stuff, when I went to the actual combine where all the kids from my high school went to, and there's actually like college scouts there, when we did the testing, like the bench press and the 40-yard dash time, everyone was like, ooh, look how fucking crazy this guy is. And then at the end, I was with the running backs and tight ends. They had us run routes. Just in a fucking gym on a hardwood floor. I had no idea. The quarterback would call something. I literally was just like, literally, I would just be like, I don't know what the fuck that is. What is that play? I literally just took I C4 special every time I got the ball in high school. Either I was C4 specialing or I was blocking. That's all I could do. So, fish out of water for that. So everyone was just like, Jesus Christ, this guy doesn't know anything about football. Still don't. I don't know why you guys watch me on YouTube. I don't know a damn thing about football, clearly. But I will say, I was watching on local news. They had the CFL combine, and like the fastest 40 time for a running back was like a 4.8. I was like, right now, out of shape, fucking me right now, I probably could fucking break the record for the CFL this year. What was the last guy to run a sub 4.5 in the 40? Probably Kevin Curtis, baby. Christian McCaffrey, 4.49. But yeah, there's a couple good high school stories about me that if I can bring on, I have probably 3 or 4 guys that know that played football with me or just know my buddies that know I do YouTube and they are football fans, so they could come here and talk a little bit. But I remember another story was in grade 10 for my science class. We were doing something on velocity, and essentially we just did this one thing where they took us out on a soccer field and we sprinted the entire length of the soccer field just for something. And I remember I was in bare feet and jean shorts, and I ran 100 meters, essentially. I think I was 10.5, 10.6. Like, I made the fucking news article, like the newsletter for the school, like, have you guys seen this? We have a local student, freshman, beast mode, who, during a science experiment, broke the Canadian female 100-yard dash time. Obviously, it's not official. The soccer field's probably not 100 yards, something like that. Maybe the hand time might not have been perfect. But I remember I was wearing fucking jean shorts, the jorts, because those were in style. I had Uggs boots on, or they weren't Uggs. They were Uggs. Timberland boots. I had big old fucking Timberland boots. I didn't want to run those, so I just popped them off. I ran in sock feet in jean shorts, and I ran 100 meters roughly in 10.5. And I remember for like my entire high school time, the fucking track team guy kept getting me, and they showed me the tight singlet they had to wear. I was like, nah, bro, I'm good. I ain't doing that shit. But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna refrain as much as I can from talking about myself. I know you guys, it's not really that interesting, but I think eventually one time, just to end the bullshit, I really do want to bring someone on just to, maybe you can get an idea what kind of monster I was back, peaked in high school, ladies and gentlemen. So here we go, back to the gameplay video. We are taking on the Green Bay Packers. I think we got Horde for the MVP award by Aaron Rodgers. Now we're going to find out who the better man is as we go against the 15-1 Green Bay Packers. You know more about football than Chip Kelly. I think I do. I completely agree with that. And we have 69 people watch us here. I think we peaked with like 100-some people, which is kind of cool. 69 people, that's a great number, huh? Fucking sick number, right? Wah! You guys watch J-Rock, Trailer Park Boys? Come on. Trailer Park Boys on Netflix. Coming out the end of the month. Go fucking watch that. Support my local economy, all right? EDP ran the 40 in 30 seconds. I actually think what's really cool is where I live, we just got a football field, like an artificial soccer multi-purpose football field. I'm thinking maybe in the summer, I'll do like a vlog where I just go around there and fuck around and shit. And I want to see actually, because now there's actually like hash marks. I want to run a 40 time, see what my 40 time is right now. It's probably not that great, but I'll slim up. I'll work out. Maybe that'll be extra motivation for me to get back working out. Obviously, you know what happens when you have a baby. My fucking free time is pretty much suck up, but I will be clanging and banging in the gym. I'm hoping to God I can do it this weekend. I've had a couple shoulder injuries, which made it so I can't lift. That doesn't excuse it, all right? I've been not practicing what I preach. Where I started my YouTube channel 5 years ago, I was the bona fide definition of beast mode. But it seems like, as I've added a kid, that is fucking Madden cheese, if I've ever seen it. I'm not full-on feast mode, but I'm getting pretty damn close into feast mode territory. As, yeah, glitched out there. But yeah, I might fucking do a 40 time and see what it's at. He actually did run a 40 time. He made a video about an 8.4. Are you kidding me? An 8.4. Well, whatever. Man, that guy's like fucking 400 pounds. Looks like Viscera. You guys remember Viscera? Jesus Christ. 8.4? My newborn baby could run faster than 8.440. The fuck? Whatever, man. Like, at the end of the day, I think his content sucks. But I mean, if he did, I think wasn't he doing that to like lose weight? If you want to lose weight, go for it, man. I'm not going to rip on you for that. But if you I still believe that if you put something like that up on YouTube, if you tweeted that, you can laugh at it. But I mean, at the end of the day, he's trying to get in shape. But you put that shit on YouTube, you put that shit on the internet, you're open to criticism. Motherfucking Viscera out there. You got King Mabel. You got Big V, the world's largest love machine. Trying to run the 40-yard dash. Representing the fucking Eagle fans on YouTube. Oh, I hate it. Hate that shit. That's probably only one of the true things that I hate about this. Like, people always think, oh, do you hate other guys that steal your ideas? That's another thing. That's another video. People that say they steal it. No one fucking owns anything. People are like, how do you... Oh, my God. Like, how do you feel about other people doing rebuild or realistic rebuilds? How do you feel about people doing mock drafts? I mean, sometimes it can be annoying, but no one fucking owns anything. So, the reason why I say that is because right now, when you talk about Eagle fans on YouTube, it seems like EDP owns that title of that Eagles fan on YouTube, and I hate that shit. It's not a good look for the fan base. It's not a good look for me, who during the Eagles season, I do a lot of Eagles content, and people are just like, oh, yeah, you fucking watch EDP does some terrible video, but it gets way more exposure. He has a bigger channel, but it's still, that is like the main thing that people are seeing from our fan base. It is fucking embarrassing, to be completely honest with you. As he tried to scramble, a third fucking fumble. Holy shit. How are we staying in this game? Jesus Christ. Our defense is saving our ass right now. Okay, we got to go screen pass. We're going to have to establish the run. Hey, look, Aaron Rodgers, this is a battle of the MVPs. 3 turnovers for us, 2 for them. All right, we got to start running this ball here. This is very sloppy. Oh, my God. Do a collab with EDP. I would. Honestly, I would love if there's like a debate, something big in the Eagles fan base that me and him disagree on. I would love to debate that guy. All right, he held on to it. EDP is this gigantic fucking... He looks... If you know what Grimace is, the big purple thing from McDonald's, he pretty much looks like that. He's like that personified. And he's an Eagles fan, and his videos are terrible. He's just a hot take, kind of loud mouth. People like to watch his over-the-top antics. He's been on Tosh.0. I personally do feel now, too, it's a gimmick. It's not how he actually feels. He just knows that he has to go and overreact on a video on anything like that. Which makes it even worse, because you know it's not like how he really feels. It's just some fucking bullshit that he's trying to, pass off as like, hey guys, that's why. Oh, that was a terrible field goal. Do a collab with CK Birds. I have no idea who that is. First question, when you say do a collab, does he play, what does he play? Is he on Xbox or PlayStation? Because I only have an Xbox. So that eliminates a lot of the people that people suggest I should collab with, to be honest with you. Come on, baby. 2nd and 2, let's run up the middle. Our offensive line's not bad. All right, let's start running the ball here. We cannot continue to have EJ Manuel have an absolute field day turning the ball over. We got 13-13 tie ball game here, baby. Let's get it. CK Birds is an Eagle fan who plays Madden. I might have to check him out. But is he on Xbox or PlayStation? He's on PlayStation. I ain't no Sony pony. I'm Xbox till I die. Oh, running away from them. He got that get away from the cop speed. Let's get it. 45 yards. It's a beautiful thing. Oh. What do we got? 1st and 10. EDP talks about hitting women every 3 videos now. Why would he do that? Oh my God, Hopkins is lethal. Where was this when we did the Texans rebuild? Oh yeah, I guess we had kind of shittier quarterback play. But man, he didn't ball like this when we used him in the Texans. Thoughts on Skip Bayless? He's a troll. Should do a collab on Eagles News. I'm about to check him out. I'll be honest with you. I will check his stuff out. Maybe, yeah, Eagles News, something like that. I was always thinking about doing a podcast or something, like just a vlog or something. I don't know how the fuck, what the proper word is, with other Eagle fans that are like-minded. Because really, if you're an Eagle fan, there's something called BGN News. It's like Bleeding Green Nation. I want to find a way to get my videos up there. I mean, obviously it would help me for exposure, but the kind of shit content they post is terrible. At least like I have mock drafts and I talk about players and stuff. So if I can't do that, I may look to doing something like that on YouTube. I have a decent enough platform here. We're almost closing in on 35,000 subscribers. Oh shit! Third down alert. We're gonna wrap this video up because this is how it's gonna end. But we gotta get a Super Bowl. Oh, oh no! Are you? Oh, come on, bro! Oh my God! Le'Veon Bell smoking the reefer. All right, we're playing this because I want to end this. I want to win the Super Bowl. I ain't fucking around. Let's show a little bit of defense here. Who do I like? Let's go. Let's go Mingo. Oh my God, wide open. Hey, it's over. What an idiot. What a terrible pass. Terrible pass. And this guy's getting blocked right away. Thank you for making me so I can block someone for the end of the stream. You should start your own Eagles website. After the stream, do a draft tramps live. No, I gotta bounce. I got a little baby that I gotta go give him a little bit of bath. But I will consider doing draft champions at some point down the road. But thank you guys for tuning in for another live stream. Like I said, oh geez, the quality looks like it's going to shit on my end here. I will be trying to live stream tomorrow, which will be the 2014 draft class, which will feature, you know, like Derek Carr, Devontae Freeman, Sammy Watkins, Mike Evans, OBJ, the craziest wide receiver class. That's probably going to be the title of that. Nice little clickbait to put in there. But thank you guys for watching. Continuing mock drafts every single day. This Friday will be the Chip Kelly rebuilds of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Really enjoyed that video. I hope you guys do as well. But thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace out. Thanks for watching. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Me love you long time.